You don't notice it at first. It doesn't show up as a bill. There's no notification, no warning. But every month, your bank balance feels lighter than it should. Same salary, same rent, same lifestyle, and yet less money left. So you start looking for the usual suspects: inflation, subscriptions, impulse purchases. But what if the real leak isn't in your spending habits? What if it's sitting right next to you every weekend? It usually starts small. A birthday dinner, just a quick outing. Someone says, "Let's not be cheap." You agree, because saying no feels uncomfortable, because no one wants to be that person. And in that moment, nothing feels expensive. It's just 800 rupees here, 1,200 rupees there, maybe 2,000 rupees on a special night. Individually, harmless. Collectively, that's where things get interesting. Let's slow this down. Imagine this. You go out with friends twice a week. Each outing costs around 800 rupees on average. That's 1,600 rupees a week. Multiply that by 4. 6,400 rupees a month. Now stretch that over a year. 76,800 rupees. And this is the moderate version. No luxury restaurants, no trips, no big celebrations. Just regular social life. Now here's the part most people skip. What happens if that 6,400 rupees wasn't spent, but invested? Even at a conservative 10% annual return, over 5 years, that's not 3.8 lakh rupees. It's closer to 5 lakh rupees. Same money, different direction. And suddenly, casual social spending starts to look less casual. But this isn't really about food or outings. It's about something more subtle, something harder to measure. Your social circle doesn't just influence what you spend. It influences what feels normal to spend. And that difference is everything. Think about this. You don't decide your lifestyle in isolation. You calibrate it against the people around you. If your friends upgrade their phones every year, waiting 3 years starts to feel outdated. If your group prefers expensive cafes, 300 rupees coffee becomes standard. If weekend trips are frequent, staying home feels like missing out. No one forces you. There's no rule book. But the pressure is real, silent, constant, invisible. Economists call this reference group behavior. But in real life, it's simpler. You copy the financial rhythm of the people you spend time with. Not intentionally, but consistently. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because your social circle might be living a lifestyle they can't actually afford. Credit cards, EMIs, buy now, pay later. From the outside, everything looks fine. Nice places, branded clothes, frequent outings. But behind the scenes, it's often financed, not funded. And when you try to keep up, you're not matching their income. You're matching their spending pattern, which is a very different game. Now let's zoom out, because this isn't just about individuals. It's a system, a feedback loop. Social media amplifies it. You don't just see your friends' lives anymore. You see curated highlights, vacations, parties, purchases. No one posts their credit card bill. No one shares their savings rate. So your perception of normal gets distorted. Upwards. Always upwards. And here's the irony. Everyone feels like they're just trying to fit in. But collectively, everyone is pushing the baseline higher. More spending becomes the default. More consumption becomes expected. And suddenly, saving starts to feel like deviation. Let's put numbers to this behavior. A typical urban young professional in India might earn 30,000 to 60,000 rupees per month. After fixed expenses, maybe 10,000 to 20,000 rupees is flexible. Now insert social spending into this equation. If even 30 to 40% of that flexible income is driven by group activities, you're not making independent financial decisions anymore. You're outsourcing them to the expectations of your circle. And this is where the real cost appears. Not in one big purchase, but in the accumulation of small, socially influenced decisions. Repeated, normalized, justified. There's also something else happening, something more psychological. You start associating spending with belonging. Paying becomes participation. If you spend less, you feel like you're contributing less. So you compensate. You say yes more often. You stretch your budget. You ignore the discomfort, because the alternative feels worse. Now compare this to someone in a different circle, a group where saving is normal, where investing is discussed casually, where saying, "I'm skipping this month," doesn't require an explanation. Same income, completely different financial trajectory. Because the system flips. Instead of pressure to spend, there's subtle pressure to be disciplined. And over time, that compounds too. This is the part most people underestimate. Money decisions are rarely just about math. They're about environment, context,